and the birds to sing and the wind to whistle and all of those things. Aren't you glad that that same God then took from the dust of the ground and he formed man? It's God that gave you a heart. It's God that put oxygen in your lungs. It's God that gave you feet. It's God that gave you hands. It's God that gave you eyes. It's a God that gave you ears. It's God that gave you a nose. Oh, David said, when I was yet a fetus, when I was just an embryo in my unmasked skeletal form, it's the thing of God that wrote my DNA code. God orchestrated me through the birthing canal and let me arrive as a human anatomy and as an adult specimen of God's miraculous hand. I'm not here because of some tadpole. I'm here because of Jehovah. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Done worn the signer out already. And I'm on the introduction. Every once in a while I get hung up on Jehovah and get stuck for a little while. I feel a preaching storm coming on right about now. You know what David's doing in Psalm 139? He's worshiping. And it had nothing to do with his problems. It had everything to do with his circumstances. Worship ain't about you, it's about God. See, you don't worship God for what he's done. You worship God for who he is. If he never gives you a raise, he's still God. If he doesn't heal you of your disease, he's still God. You lose your job, he's still God. If gas keep going up, he's still God. If your house value goes down, he's still God. He still knows it all. He's still everywhere. He can still do it all. Hey, David said, I'm not talking about anybody. I'm talking about the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. He's my God. Oh, Lord. Oh, what a perception. What a presence. What a power. He's omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. Now look at verse number 17. What plans? How precious are thy thoughts? Don't mistake that word for a fleeting pondering of information. Hey, David said, when God thinking about me, he got plans for me. Huh? Wait a minute, you forgot already. I'm talking about the God that knows everything. I'm talking about the God who's everywhere. I'm talking about the God who can do anything. Amen. Yeah, I'm talking about the God who made the earth. I'm talking about the God who created the seas. I'm talking about the God who set the firmament in the sky. David said, God's got a plan for me. Not just a plan, but precious plans. Not just precious plans, but more plans than the sand of... Does it matter to you that God's got more things for you to do than he does sand of the... Hey, it means something to me that the God that hung the stars in the space said, I got a plan for your life. I put you on this earth for God has a plan for you. Wow. If I count them, more than the sand. Look at David's. Look at God's perspective. God can't stand wickedness. Hey, don't let Hollywood mess you up. Did you hear me? Don't let the internet get your mind messed up. Don't let anything throw you off. I want you to understand, listen to me. God hates wickedness. I said he hates wickedness. And watch what David said. If he hates it, I'm going to hate it too. I'm going to get my mind lined up with God's mind. You got to hear me. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? Am I not grieved with those that rise up against thee? I hate them with a perfect hatred. You see, that's a perfect hatred. That's a righteous indignation. You know what I'm saying? He's simply saying, I don't hate the person, but I hate that mess they're doing. Amen? Hey, when somebody cusses all around you, it ought to get under your skin.